Most people grow up being told to chase success, to make money, to climb the ladder. But real greatness, true fulfillment, comes not from what you get, but from what you give. You see, aspiration is just the beginning. Everybody wants success, but not everyone asks themselves, how can I serve? How can I make a real impact? Because when you focus on adding value, success becomes a byproduct. Think about the greatest people in history. Martin Luther King Jr., Mother Teresa, Steve Jobs, Denzel Washington himself. They didn't just chase wealth or fame, they created something that changed lives. They solved problems, inspired millions, lifted people up. That's why we remember them. So don't just aim to have a big bank account, aim to have a big impact. Ask yourself, what problem can I solve? Who can I help? What legacy will I leave behind? Because when your purpose is bigger than just yourself, you become unstoppable. Money fades, fame disappears. But the difference you make in people's lives, that lasts forever. Most people think hardship is the enemy. They think struggle is something to avoid, but let me tell you something. Struggle is what makes you strong. Pressure creates diamonds. Resistance builds muscle. The fire refines the gold, but ease, comfort, that's dangerous. Because when life gets too easy, you stop pushing yourself. You stop growing. You settle. And the moment you settle, you stop progressing. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how the most successful people have faced the hardest battles? They've failed. They've been rejected. They've been knocked down. But every time, they got back up stronger. Hardship forces you to evolve. It forces you to learn. It forces you to become more than you were yesterday. Now, look at the other side. People who live too comfortably, who never challenge themselves, who avoid struggle, they stay the same. They never push past their limits. They never discover their full potential. Because comfort zones, they don't keep you safe. They keep you small. So don't run from challenges. Embrace them. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Every failure is a lesson. Every struggle is shaping you into the person you're meant to be, because ease won't make you great, but hardship will. Most people fear failure. They see it as a dead end, as proof that they're not good enough. But let me tell you something. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is the path to success. Every time you fail, you learn, you gain experience, you discover what doesn't work, and that moves you one step closer to what does work. Failure is feedback. It's life's way of teaching you what needs to be improved, what needs to be changed, and what needs to be strengthened. Look at history. Every great success story is built on failure. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He used that failure as fuel to become one of the greatest athletes of all time. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb. His mindset? I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job. Today, she's one of the most influential media moguls in the world. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Losers see failure as the end, but winners see it as a lesson. Winners get back up, they adjust, they grow, and they come back stronger. So don't be afraid to fail. Fail fast, fail forward, and fail smart. Learn from it, improve from it, because every failure is not a setback, it's a setup for your greatest comeback. Too many people see failure as a stop sign. They hit a roadblock, and instead of finding another route, they turn back. But here's the truth. Failure is not a reason to quit, it's a reason to change your strategy. Think about it like this. If you're driving to a destination and the road is closed, do you abandon the trip? No. You find another way. Life works the same way. If one method doesn't work, you don't give up on the goal. You adjust your approach. Every great success story is filled with adjustments. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he built. Instead of quitting, he reinvented himself, came back and made Apple bigger than ever. Elon Musk had multiple failed rocket launches before SpaceX succeeded. He didn't give up. He improved the design and tried again. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. She didn't stop writing, she found the right publisher. The lesson? Obstacles aren't meant to stop you, they're meant to redirect you. When something doesn't work, don't walk away from your dream. Analyze, adapt, and keep moving forward. Maybe you need to learn a new skill. Maybe you need a better plan. Maybe you just need to be patient. But whatever you do, don't quit. Because the only way to truly fail is to stop trying. If you think failure is the end, look at history. Every great success story is built on failure. The people we admire today weren't just lucky, they faced rejection, defeat, and setbacks. But instead of quitting, they learned, adapted, and kept going. Most people see failure as a sign to stop. They think it means they're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. But here's the truth. Failure is not a stop sign. It's a roadmap. Every mistake, every setback, every rejection, it's all feedback. It's life's way of showing you what needs to be fixed, what needs to be refined, and what needs to be done differently. The most successful people in the world understand this. They don't take failure personally. They take it as information. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." Each failed experiment taught him something new. He adjusted, improved, and eventually created the light bulb. If he had seen failure as a dead end, the world would have remained in darkness a little longer. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television and was fired from her first news anchor job. But she didn't let that rejection define her. Instead, she kept pushing forward, reinvented herself, and built an empire that made her one of the most influential media personalities of all time. These stories prove one thing: failure is not final. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Losers quit when they fail. Winners learn, adjust, and keep going. So the next time you fail, remember, history proves that failure is just a stepping stone to greatness. Keep pushing forward, and one day you'll be the success story that inspires others. Don't take failure personally, take it as feedback. Analyze what went wrong and make adjustments. Learn from mistakes so you don't repeat them. Keep going, because failure is only permanent if you stop trying. Remember, every mistake you make is a lesson, not a loss. Keep learning, keep improving, and success will follow. Some of the world's greatest inventions were born out of mistakes. Post-it notes were created because a scientist accidentally made a weak glue. Penicillin was discovered because Alexander Fleming didn't clean up his lab properly. Coca-Cola was originally a failed medicine. Mistakes aren't the problem. Ignoring the lessons in them is.